Wait, no. Bro, I swear, every single time I do that intro, it just makes me laugh. I don't know why. Every time. But, what is this video about? I was thinking, and I realized that life is actually fair. Life is actually very fair. People love to say, well, life isn't fair, and even I've said life isn't fair before, but I've realized that life is actually very fair. Because when you really think about it, what makes it unfair? Because you have a hardship, because you were born homeless, because somebody robbed you, because something bad happened to you. People always say life is unfair because bad things happen to them. Like they're the only ones. Bad things happen to everybody. So what makes life unfair? Now let's really think about this. Life is unfair because of your position in life. Bad things are gonna happen to everybody, bro. So just because bad things happen to you doesn't mean life is unfair. People have this idea that happiness is for everybody, that everybody deserves to be happy. And that's not true. Like, why would that be true? Nothing is deserved in life. Life is a very unforgiving world, but it's a very fair world when you really think about it. And the way I see it, happiness, fulfillment is earned. You have to earn that shit. It's not just given to you just because you exist. You're entitled to be happy. At what point in life has that ever been the case? There's never been a point in life where bad things didn't happen to people. There's never been a point in life when bad things didn't happen to people. And when you think about it, let's say, you know what, life isn't fair, but are you doing all the right things to make your life better? I've never met somebody who, works out, who has a job or makes his money, puts out positive energy, doesn't do drugs. I've never met somebody who does all the right things who ends up with a shit life. Really think about it. Life isn't fair, but are you free from drugs? Are you free from alcohol? Are you putting out negative energy into the world? Do you have a job or do you have a business? Like, are you consistent? Do you have goals? There are certain things that you must have to be happy or to be fulfilled in life. But it's always the people who aren't on none of that shit who say life is unfair. It's always the drug addict who says life is unfair. It's always the lazy fat bum who says life is unfair. It's always the guy who decided to work that dead-end job forever who says life is unfair. You made your life unfair. If that's how you see it, that's your fault that life is unfair. Because I guarantee you, if you do all the positive actions consistently, your life is at least gonna be okay. You might not be the richest man, you might not be the most successful person, but your life is gonna be okay. You're gonna have a decent living. You're gonna have a comfortable living if you do all the basic shit. But you don't even do all the basic shit. So how can you expect to be happy? How can you expect fulfillment? You just expect it to just appear. You're just supposed to be happy. How does that work? Happiness comes when you're at peace or when you're fulfilled. But how can you be at peace in life when you're always looking for the next thing to get lit? Or you're always or you're always trying to chase this, chase that. You're fat. You're not on your shit. You're lazy. How can you expect anything good to come to you? Whatever you put out into this world, you will get that shit back. That is 100% fact, bro. For every action, there is an equal and or opposite reaction. If your actions today is to drink every day, the reaction is gonna be when you're a bum. If your action is to eat fast food every day, the reaction is when you become some fat bum. Like, whatever you put out into this world, you get it back. That's what I really realized. And that's when you really realize that, you will watch all the things you do. I really realized this the other day. Because certain things will happen to me I'm a pretty positive person. Like, I don't put out no negative energy. I do most of the good habits, but of course there are still bad habits that I do. Of course there are still things I'm trying to work on. So then when certain things happen to me, I'm not like, why did this happen? It's like, okay, you know what? Maybe it's because I'm doing this. Maybe it's because I haven't stopped doing that. Everything that comes to you in life is a result of what you have done in this life. It's either as a test or you deserved it. Literally, it's either a test, as in life is throwing you this bullshit like it throws everybody else in life to see if you overcome, and then it will reward you, or you're getting some negative energy towards you that you put out first. Negative energy would never come your way if you didn't put it out first. That's just a fact. If you're over 40 years old and you're broke, it's your fault. The only people I will give a pass to say, man, life low-key is unfair for you, is people who are born with disabilities, who are born, with mental health issues, serious mental health issues. Now, I'm depressed or I have anxiety, serious mental health issues. And even for those people, a lot of them end up succeeding too. So life is not unfair, bro. You're lazy, you smoke weed all day, you play video games all day, you eat pizza, and your life is bullshit, and then you're gonna be the first one to say life is unfair. Like I said, name me one person who takes care of his health, who doesn't do drugs, who is on his shit, at least has a job, working, trying his best, who doesn't have a decent life. Name me one person. It doesn't exist, because if you're consistently doing all the right actions in life, your life you wouldn't be saying life is unfair. Life is very fair, bro. Life is 100% fair. The world gives you what you deserve. Whatever happens to you in life is because the universe thought that you deserved that shit. For whatever reason, you deserved it. So if you're one of the people who think life is unfair, I'll give you this challenge. I want to call it the Positive Energy Challenge, the POC, PEC, oh shit, the PEC, the PEP Challenge. Do all the positive actions for a week, do for 2 weeks and see if your life doesn't change even a little bit. Don't do any drugs, don't eat any fast food, don't drink soda or bullshit juice. Only drink water, only eat natural foods. Don't talk shit about anybody. I know that's gonna be a hard one for some of you. Don't talk shit about anybody. Put out positive energy and self-love for a straight 2 weeks and tell me that your life isn't gonna be different. I guarantee you that your life is gonna be different. 2 weeks, put out all positive energy. Get on your shit, work out, eat healthy, get a job. 2 weeks, bro, 2 weeks. And tell me your life is gonna be different.